guys, this is FFAN 16. Welcome to a video in regards to Harvestella. This game was announced yesterday in the Nintendo Direct, and it just got me super excited, and here's why. In the past, I don't know, year, I've been really getting into hardcore these farming sims, such as Stardew Valley, which I've got over 280 hours on my Switch. I'm playing it on Steam, PlayStation. I just went nuts with Stardew Valley. I also started picking up Story of Seasons games and Rune Factory games, which now I am collecting like a mad person. So now I've fallen in love with these game genres, and I have always loved my Final Fantasy, Kingdom Hearts, Square Enix games. So what gets me most excited that these two genres are meshing together, Final Fantasy / RPGs with farming sim, and that is going to be that Harvestella game that was announced. So you're taking some Final Fantasy goodness, some farming sim goodness, and meshing them together for a plot induced farming game with battle combat and stuff. Now you saw some of that here in Rune Factory, where they played with the concept of you're farming, you're building those relationships with the town people. You also have to go out and fight monsters, do dungeons. So this isn't a new concept, and that's why I was kind of excited to pick up the Rune Factory, which is also subsidiary of the Story of Seasons. They are made by Marvelous, who developed both. If you guys aren't familiar with these, they started out as Harvest Moon before the developer and the publisher split house. The one owns the name to Harvest Moon now, and Miraculous, since they didn't own the name of Harvest Moon, they rebranded all their stuff to Story of Seasons and Rune Factory. So now Square Enix comes out of the box and says, hey, we're entering the genre, but we're gonna put some Square Enix twist to it. Yes, we are getting some great RPG-ness. Of course, there's gonna be crystals to depict the elements of the seasons. The 4 elements are winter, spring, summer, and fall. And I was reading a little bit of this earlier, and as the crystals are losing their power, we have to find ways to save them. Of course, our character, it sounds like, is going to have amnesia. What good character from Square Enix, or most of the Rune Factory, actually. I've noticed Rune Factory 4 plays heavily on amnesia. Just started that one, but hey, if you want to develop a character and have the person learn how to play the game, give them amnesia. So let's take a quick look at an article from Engadget to go in a little bit more details. Again, all my sources are down in the description below. I will also link the release trailer, and I might show a bit of it while we're talking here. And if you guys would like me to go through and critique the trailer, please leave me a comment down below. I'm going to be following this game until it's released this November, and I'm going to live stream it over on my Twitch channel. So follow me there, and also I'll be probably looking at doing some guides and tutorials on it as well. So let's head on over to the Engadget article and see what we can learn in regards to Harvestella. All right, guys, I'm going to use the big screen because there's some images here that I'd like us to look over, and what I feel is it's kind of got that Rune Factory, especially Rune Factory 5. If you guys have played Rune Factory 5, this kind of feels like it's up to that feel. It's not as chibi or cartoony as you find the Story of Seasons. And it's definitely not 8-bit or 16-bit like you find in Stardew Valley. Okay, so let's see what Holt has to say in regards to this game. So it looks like so far this is only releasing on the Nintendo Switch and Steam. I'm really hoping, and maybe they'll listen, this gets released on the PlayStation 5 and Xbox. I'd love this game on my PS5. Okay. So they are branding it here as an RPG, but it is an RPG farming sim, and this title says it's got a dark twist to it. What Square Enix game doesn't have a dark twist? That's kind of their major plot. Okay, so here they're showing that you can do a grid of 2x2. So it looks like we were able to plant a 2x2 grid and water on a 2x2 grid. I'm really hoping we can enhance our farming tools, as well as enhancing our weapons to make the farming quicker. Maybe if we make friends with people, they could come and do harvest with us. I do believe from some of the articles I found that we will have a party, and of course, typical Square Enix, they will have different job roles that will help you throughout the RPG elements of the game. Let's do a quick little read here. It looks like Square Enix is moving into the farming sim, and why not? It seems to be getting very popular once again, which has actually made me very happy. I really haven't done a farming sim since my old Nintendo Advance. Yeah, my Nintendo Advance. I had the original Harvest Moon Mineral Town, which I'm kicking my butt that I no longer own. And that kind of got me somewhat peaked, but what really got me psycho crazy about farming games is this beauty. Please pick this up to support this developer. OMG, you'll be locked in for life. Anyways, I digress too much about. Let's go back to the article. Well, this is a 3D game, so it's definitely going to look like a modern RPG with distinct art style. You'll recognize some elements if you're one of the tens of millions of Stardew Valley players. So Stardew Valley is one of the most popular farming sims out there. So this article is going to relate back to Stardew Valley. But again, I find that it's really close to the other farming sims because there's a formula that is used and it just seems to work. You'll till the land, sow seeds, water crops, collect items for cooking. There's cooking and crafting in this game, and Final Fantasy 15's food looked absolutely delicious. So if they put even half the art style in the way that the cooking's gonna look in the final development of this game, Ignis is gonna be jealous, baby. Oh yeah, Ignis has got competition. You can go fishing and take care of pets, explore dungeons, slay monsters, and so on. So it looks like you can visit towns, make friends with residents. I'm pretty sure we're going to have a gauge depending on how friendly you get. Maybe they'll join your party. Maybe they'll have special skills that a certain townsperson needs to get into a certain dungeon. Who knows? This is the beginning of this adventure. In Nemea Town, cherry blossoms bloom all year, while Seaside Town, Chola has a vibrant bar scene. Ooh, so it looks like we got different kind of climates, different kind of atmospheres, depending on what towns you have. There are multiple jobs to choose from as well, including Mage, Fighter, and Shadow Walker. Yay, we get to pick what we want to be in our RPG element. Each of those will offer different abilities in battle. So expect a skill tree. I'm assuming there's going to be some sort of skill tree here. You'll also be able to explore some of the ocean in a submarine. Dude, this is going to be so much fun. The overworld will change based on the season, but there's a catch. 4 crystals, Square Enix crystals, there they are, called Sealites, usually ensure there's a stable transition between the seasons. So here comes the story element, the RPG element. There's something wrong with the crystals. Warrior of Light aren't going to come and help, so it is up to you and your farming skills to get this done. However, the game starts amidst some abnormalities. So we're actually going to be starting the game as the plot has already started. There's already an issue within the world. Between each season is a period called Quitus, when crops die and people are unable to go outside due to deadly dust. I wonder how long this part of the season transition lasts. Even worse, the Quitus spells are lasting longer every year. You might have to do something about that. So I'm wondering, the longer we're in the game and we haven't done anything in regards to the RPG element, and we're focusing more on the farming sim element, if our farming part gets hindered by us not stopping the Quitus from getting longer and longer, the more we ignore it. I almost want to test that out, or maybe we'll know more before this game is released in November. I'm hoping we get a demo for this game. I think that would be absolutely amazing. All right, I decided to jump over to Nintendo Life as they have a little bit more detail in regards to different definitions within the game and also some really good pictures that I'd like to go through with you guys. So here's the video again, and okay, so we went through what Quitus is. It's when the darkness and death come, that people can't come out and walk around because it smells of dust and decay. The world, players will be able to explore various cities. There are 4 cities and a 5th location once all the crystals that govern the seasons have granted them access. So our daily life will consist of farming. So vegetables, grains, fruits grown in the fields and shipped for money. So if we want to make money, doesn't sound like the battles are going to do it for us. We've got to rely on our farming. Also to use that to do crafting and making food. They also be for cooking. Recipes have effects of recovering HP. So it looks like we're going to be using our food like items within battle. And we will be useful in the ventures. We can take care of animals, which look adorable. There are birds like chickens, goats, and other pets. So hopefully we get some sort of riding pet like a horse or a horse-like creature. So there's also comrades and friends that we can make in the game, and they will probably have a set job role because it looks like Shirka is a missionary, Pine is a mechanic, and Ezel is a wind reader, which is interesting. And then there's a mystery girl from the future who will probably help push the plot forward. Combat. So this is the RPG element. During battles, switch instantly between various job roles. Oh, dude, it's kind of like Final Fantasy X, where we could switch job spheres and be whatever job is required. So it looks like we may have multiple job options available with multiple skill trees. And depending on the need, we can switch job types for the given situation. That would be so cool. We got sword techniques, we got twin swords, magic, of course, and more. Take on strong enemies by targeting their weak points. So we're going to deal with weak points, probably elemental damage. Then eliminate them with powerful double break attacks. Classic Square Enix. Okay, so this looks like the Quistis, the dark time between seasons. It looks very gray. And there's this interesting crystallization effect going on here. There's our farm. I'm really hoping this might get tweaked a little. Then again, this could be the art style they're really going for here. I'm excited. Looks like we could plant trees. We could have beautiful fences. Looks like we got some sort of processing machine back here and different kind of machines here and just awesome different crops, different tree crops. And I'm not too sure, those are like beans in the background. And then this little dude here, which we've seen in the trailer, he looks like he's one of our pets or animals that we can have. This is the map. This kind of feels a little bit like Octopath Traveler or anything like that. I guess that's a great way to move between the different sections and make the world feel bigger than it probably is to scale us out, minimize us, and allow us to move across the map. Instead of just having a map pop up and we warp there, we could actually walk. Maybe while we're walking, random battles will occur, at which point we will go into a battle phase and then be in our full character set. Kind of like old school Final Fantasy, like Final Fantasy 9, 8, 7, like old school 7, where the world map is huge and you're tiny, but as soon as you initiate a battle, you're back into your full 3D character with the battle mechanics starting. Here's some of the battle. So yes, as you can see, you're back to your full character and she's executing a move. And there is the, I'm assuming box art. That's the art they're probably going to go with. It's very, very pretty. It looks like we're just letting some leaves go in the wind. I love his gunblade because gunblades are awesome. And yeah, I think I'd be more of a swordsman myself. There you guys go. That is a first look at Harvestella. However you say it, I'm sure we'll get it down as to what this title is supposed to be pronounced as. And are you guys getting any excitement from this? Do you like farming genres? Do you like RPG genres like I do, and getting excited that they're starting to mesh it together? Square Enix is, in my opinion, really great with producing RPGs. Of course, I'm a Final Fantasy Kingdom Hearts fan, so I'm a little biased, but hey, I'm their target audience, and it's just taking my two loves from the past X amount of years and mesh them into one. So I cannot wait to bring this to you guys on the channel. Be sure I'm going to be following this up to its November release, so stay tuned here on the channel. Hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you know when new videos go live. Hope to hear from you guys in regards to how you feel about this new project from Square Enix. And would you like it on more consoles than just the Nintendo Switch or on Steam? As myself, I would love to see this on PlayStation, because I mostly play on PlayStation. All right, guys, like, sub, leave that comment. And as always, happy gaming!